Okay, before we start,
I must equip the
put your
proper
lich
hat.
bone.
I've got the
Yeah,
lich
you've got to
bone.
get the pirate hat.
I have the proper hat for the job.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right, so after 9 hours of playing the entirety of Vermintide,
So,
Here we are.
here we
I
are.
chose soloed this map right before I joined the other guys.
Yeah,
Without disablers, but because fuck assassins.
yeah,
And it is
So-
a horrible map for ogres.
yeah. So
That's the
thoughts
first
on
thing
this
I'd like
map,
to say. I like
aside
the
from
map.
the boat event?
I think I just escaped the map there in like 2 seconds.
You can go. There's a lot of ways to go swimming. You should do it as
Yeah.
you'll hit a death wall sooner or later.
Yeah,
And there's a lot of stuff on the ground.
like
So
so.
if you get an ogre, it's kind of a bother to dodge backwards.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
There's
There's
no
like
map escape there.
there's
special
a couple
spawns.
of patrols and ogre
Yeah.
boss spawns on the way. Like you can skip the first patrol quite easily.
yeah.
The boat section is fun, but the way we'll do it is Grim's already done a video on that, so we'll just business as usual it.
And in general, the special spawns are obnoxious as they're hidden by the trees, and there's registered
Yeah.
assassins insta-pounds from everywhere, it feels like.
Yeah. So there's the keys. For
There's the
first boat.
keys for
Oh,
one more.
there, all
Yeah.
right. Probably watching.
Make a marksman of you. That stench. Stronger than... Oh, one strike.
Ah, we're getting locked on the wrong one. Time to get good.
You're a
And
driven man.
this log we just passed messes up the ogre pathing very much, so if you have to kill an ogre and a horde, you can jump back and forth.
Yeah, I'm trying to get a lock on that, but every time Grim's waving his falchion in the way, she's trying to get closer.
They're here,
In
cheeky
here.
spawn in the barrel. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, and that's about here, a bit further than the first boss trigger is. You can get the ogre.
They probably want to clear the horde first before
Yeah.
we go through that.
yeah. It's done that.
You can also trigger a bit further in the rear one. Cross.
Did we kill the gunner?
Yeah,
No, I didn't see it got a guy.
It must have
neither.
killed itself then. Right here, if there's a patrol, you can avoid it by going to the right.
to the right, which is usually safer.
Yeah.
Another place to hide for the patrol is just over here on the other side.
Yeah.
They won't notice you.
This is the dome. This is what you need the keys for.
If you run too fast, you can also get very close to face patrol by patrol.
And there's the tome.
I have the Holy Bible with Sigmar.
There we
And
go.
there's the ogre
Calls
trigger.
ogres to us.
Well, I should have aggro, maybe.
One less monster in the world.
One monster to kill another one-eye. Come like that. Take
So there's a hook wrap behind.
a strangler.
I can't
Strangler's dead.
aim.
A good shot. I can't deny it.
Distance should probably get the second grim so I can show off where it is.
Oh, cheers. Cheers, mate.
Kill them
I mean, I can get it too, but I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't like getting it from below though. So
Yeah.
if you want to show that particular thing off,
You useless lot.
I found it easier to get it from above so you can kite the storms around.
Yeah.
Yeah, I usually just go around and a different route.
Yeah.
It's like you can actually do it through solo, regardless of what I said in the video. It's like it's even
Yeah.
easier. You just throw the last barrel as you walk into their ship. It'll never explode with you in. So
Yeah.
Blackbirds come to challenge me. You have your uses, Self-Plan.
I'll get the rest of
Damn
them.
it. It'd be great if I could aim. Stealing
Good
the
thing you don't
kills
have
is
to.
gonna be...
Burn in ambush.
You want the? Oh, we got all the bombs.
Poison rat. Fire burns gas.
couple of healing over here.
FPS just took a bit of a dump.
Yep. Also of note over here is supplies I
Here's
jump
a
up,
healing
and
draft.
that stuff up there is hard to shoot through, but the assassins can climb it and then pounce you.
Yeah.
So this
Jump
spot is
here.
actually not good if there's assassins about.
Right. And going up
Yes, that-
there, we'll pull the patrol
We got a patrol.
that's coming.
I suppose the side is probably gonna win it.
Yeah.
They haven't gone far.
Well, we have strength. We've killed an ogre. We can take it if you want. If you're feeling fruity.
Do you wanna?
Yeah.
Yeah, go on then. End on a high note.
Fire's turned against me!
I got one. Quite pleased with that.
If it's great, guess I need to be faster.
No one needs to use rapier and bracer pistols. Maybe rapier, but bracer
Behind
pistols,
us.
no. No one's allowed
We need to
to
flank
use
that thing.
bracer pistols.
Yeah, but you gotta admit, you look cool on the boat.
Bang, bang,
Oh,
bang,
yo.
bang, bang.
Pistols.
Yeah, but you can't hear a fucking thing, and your ears will be bleeding.
So will you after you aggro all of the storms.
Yeah.
The rapier. Also, if the patrol spawns, this slope will hide you from them.
Yep.
And even if they look like they're going into the
Specials
cave,
are over here somewhere.
not.
You got that filthy gas rat. Yeah. Another of these black bursts to challenge me.
Yeah, here most people will already have figured out the shortcuts to do this. What most people don't figure out is that you can still just get back to it from below without having to go back around.
You can get a face
And
patrol
face-
here too.
Yeah, you can get face ambience as well.
Yep. It doesn't even if you climb the higher route, the ambience won't spawn until after you drop down anyway.
Weapons up.
Let's do the normal route now for when they patch it next time.
Yeah,
I don't
let's
think
show
they'll
off
patch
the-
it, but yes, if you just summon this and then dodge, and you can just do
Yeah.
that.
I literally just do a dodge jump into it with my back to the wall. Job done.
So you don't want to do the normal route?
No, no one's going to do it in pubs now.
That
Everyone
one
knows
was very
to skip.
intentional, honestly, of a skip.
Yeah.
They're around here. I can smell them.
To be
Maybe
honest,
not the one from below.
yeah, if there was stuff in the caves to get, I would understand it a bit more. Just literally explore the map on
Demo
your
box
first
outside
playthrough.
is
Healing draft
guaranteed.
here.
It's not guaranteed.
Yep, not guaranteed.
Yep.
Good rat.
But
Already hit.
There's also a ogre trigger here at the end of this as you drop.
Got the sucker.
you got it.
Dig for magic toad.
I almost exploded.
I helped with my 20 damage bomb snipe.
Violent
Yeah.
frenzy. Sergeant, you sure know what I like.
Totally worth it.
There, black rat.
I feel like the left
Before the only thing we get is a replacement bomb.
side is generally safe as it's hard to kill the gunners and what's it called from the other side.
That's the few water replacement bombs. You dies in 2 bombs.
And also
Turn
it's
against me.
you won't see the assassin jump you from the other side.
Yeah.
They just pounce from the wall up
That's
here
the
if you're
first
unlucky.
one. Yeah. Don't break the others until we get them on stream.
Oh, that's what's the bump distance.
I'm gonna char that hook
Distance.
What?
Nah, never mind. We'll get a bomb in the house probably.
Oh wait, I completely forgot about
But
that.
this one's an improved bomb.
Also gunners from the opposite side in the fog is horrible. The patrol usually spawns up here, and there's also the ogre.
Getting an ogre or soldier girl.
Yeah.
This.
When you get up here, the fog disappears, so you can go back down afterwards without losing vision again. Another thing to note is that you can't ping stuff inside the fog if it's too far away.
Yeah.
A bit like the darkness in dungeons.
When they come,
Gas rats
leave
also have
some
like
for me.
smoke coming out of their back, so you can more easily spot them from a far distance, even in the fog.
So there's that one. And wait, don't break that one yet.
Wait.
Don't break it yet. If you go in here before you've broken them, and you stand on this, look down, you can search, and it will reveal the door.
Don't look so frightened, Lumberfoots. It's okay.
So you can reveal the door first.
Then you can also strike the rune from the scholar through here.
Yeah.
Like this.
And that's the last one. And that'll open the Grim location.
Strikers, fight!
Taking damage!
Which brings you down to a nice little Nurgle altar. And a chained up peasant.
I'll get that.
Praise the comet! Ammunition!
Right, the last home is under the bed.
Draw the gunner's fire! Some Lumberfoots brew.
So you crouch down
For
to get it.
desperate times only.
Praise Sigmar, the rattling's dead!
The rats teleport up here, so it's...
Gas rat! Gas rat's dead. Medical supplies.
So you have an extra healing draft down here.
For the order! Here!
Vermin!
Get clear.
One less stinking gas rat!
That's weird.
Now,
That sounded
that's a
like he
good
was outside.
tally, Elf.
It was outside.
Judgment is coming! Storm vermin!
If it's the gas rat you're talking about.
Yeah.
Let the black rat come. I've an arrow for him.
Don't be fooled. They're still about.
Sometimes the rats can spawn in the ocean and sneak up behind you. So
Reckon that barge will stay afloat? Ammunition!
got to kill all the rats on the boat.
It is
Since,
possible to activate the ship while someone is
Did you guys
not
see
quite
that?
aboard.
I
And
saw
then-
it. You're a teleporter.
Yeah, it causes
Skaven gas.
somewhat random results. Sometimes they'll teleport on board and then
I can't believe that gas gun.
the
Not
rats.
bad.
It's the first time I actually see a gas nail someone on the ship.
It's a,
Yeah. You're the captain. You should be taking the wheel, Salty.
It's more competent than you.
So basically the strategy. The thing is, Fat Shark has used Spawn at Raw for a bunch of pretty much all the storm elements of the event. Which Spawn at Raw is something that causes things to be spawned with no aggro table. So as long as you don't aggro them in any way, they don't come at you. And since they've made their spawns for the ship be heavily tied to the amount of storm vermins alive, then by leaving those storm vermins alive, the amount of spawns you get are drastically reduced. Some people have considered this strategy, like just point the fact that you can not aggro the storm vermins, to be a bit of an exploit, but honestly, I think considering Fast Shark chose a spawn pattern that does not cause aggro, when they could have easily done otherwise, it's fair game. So yeah, to not aggro the storm vermins, the instructions are to stay on the front end of the ship as much as possible and do not fire your ranged weapons.
Fire is a great purifier.
There are
like
ranged
this.
weapons that you could potentially get away with firing without aggroing the storm vermins, but to be safe,
That's it. Make
the best bet is usually not to fire them. There's usually no requirement to, since you're only fighting slaves and clans.
Crude, but fair.
The chains are not much of a race because of the delayed spawns of the fact, because of the fact that you're not getting the storm vermin. The spawns will not keep on flooding even if you don't destroy the chains very quickly.
Yep.
Also, do not stand close to the entrance to the ship, to the ships, as you can grab out of bounds.
If you think you can stand here and push them off while it'll work, you'll pull the storm vermin because they'll see you.
And there's
then
also
you'll
some random out of bounds there that gets you out of the ship and you'll end up just dying.
Yeah.
And also at the bow of the ship here, if you stand too many people on top of this thing, you can get pushed out of bounds too.
Yeah.
Yes, again, the rest of the priority, you can just let your swords cleave the chain without actually dropping them.
That's why we'll stand here to kill the rats and just push forward slowly. It sounded like we managed to aggro one storm vermin there.
I think
Now
it was
on
just
this-
practicing.
Yeah, everything that's on the enemy ship still will die when that ship is disconnected from
Yeah.
you.
Now on this one we're gonna use strength to pass the chains down quickly, because we're gonna get spawns from the back and sides as well.
It's not that heavily necessary, as I've shown by True Soloing in my video, but it does make it easier a little bit.
Don't be greedy with all the kills, Sergeant. Keeping count, Way Watcher.
And yes, as I've shown in my video, the way not to aggro storm vermin while putting a battle in is to control them slightly to the left here, like this.
Yep.
And also so much to watch the back spawn.
And yeah, to do the grimoire, you want to
Right, wait.
go at it while
Don't
you...
throw it yet, don't throw it yet. I've got to give this to the elf.
Sigma guides you.
Then those front spawns are the only thing that keeps front spawning as long as you don't disturb the storm vermins. So yeah,
Okay.
go for it whenever. Just go at it.
See that storm there? I'm just ignoring him. Grab the grim.
Could dodge to underneath there. And then,
You can just like
past.
do a big jump over,
Nice
and they just
simple.
all die by ship explosion.
I'm done.
Best not be alone, nor talk to myself.
I think I just saw Barnet teleport on my screen. That looked weird. I just slipped ahead and then back again.
Also, as this event obviously disables specials, when specials are re-enabled once more, they will, if being held up for long enough, immediately spawn the maximum amount of terrain. By standing next to the railing here, you can avoid assassination, although you come at risk of getting cast at the same time, so you know, judge your location based on those. Usually though, assassination is not the biggest concern if you've got a team with you. Assassination is only the biggest concern if you're the sole survivor of the ship, something like that. I put a lot of concern over assassination when honestly in a team setting it is not that much of an issue. I'm
Especially when it's-
If you stand over there on the near the
The cursed
steering wheel of the ship, the assassin can jump you from the spawn point.
Lona and
So don't stand there unless you want to get assassinated.
duo of
particularly of interest when you're the last man standing on onslaught.
Yeah, don't be up there.
Horrible.
So yeah, I've
Okay.
said the specials and pacing is re-enabled when you get off the ship, but it gets immediately re-disabled once you drop down here. Which means that from this point on, there are no more specials and there are no more hordes.
But
The only
places of
things that will
special
spawn are the ambience, and then once we set fire to the ship, the escaping ship will come and crash in here.
So I
And
think it's
just
about
the
here
gauntlet.
that specials can spawn before you disable them. We once had a gunner stand in that water.
Well, I
shooting
mean,
us.
yeah, you can still have specials that were already spawned before you drop down.
Yeah, it's mostly the specific spawn is a place you actually can't reach with your melee weapon.
Yeah.
So it's...
A note and a body.
Captain's Egg with this stuff.
Can't imagine Luna employing
Obviously,
someone
for the
with
most part, if you want, you can wait for the ship. It only spawns one wave of enemies, the Skaven
No
ship, but
dawdling, Lumberfoot.
of course you can just run
These
through.
won't
It's
burn
not a long run at all. But be mindful of the spawns. Go in as a group. Things will block your way if you're not careful. Probably strength up here and then bomb with the trinket. Speed obviously does it as well.
Yeah, speed you can just run through.
Whereas, like, even without any items, pushing through is probably
Pretty
doable
easy.
if you don't mess it up.